And here to help us out with a few of these topics, we have clinical psychologist Dr. Gabriel Crenshaw. So are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, let's hit our first story.
She needs your help, Dr. Gabe. She needs your help.
This is why PhD and not MD, because
She needs help.
But you know what? Everybody, this is really self-mutilation. The problem, though, is self-mutilation is really done in shame. It's secrecy because you don't really want people to know what you're doing. This is a woman who's angry. She posted it up on Facebook.
Right.
It's an attention seeker. You think that you're going to do something, and they're going to experience the pain. Her man's arms are fine. It's her arm that's got the problem.
Oh, that's for sure.
And he's on to the next. And so it's depression and it's anger, and she's turned it inward. We're laughing because we can't believe it. And part of that is just the horror that we feel because we don't know what to do with that anxiety. That's exactly what happens to people who are self-mutilating.
There are much
categories. The intimacy stalker, which is really what he is, where he feels like he loves her, and he actually believes that it is reciprocated. Shania Twain had this in 2009. The incompetent stalker actually is hoping for a close relationship. If they only do the right thing, if they say the right thing, it'll happen. Britney Spears had it, I think, in 2004. But this last bit of what you just read sounds like the that Munchausen actually is. You lie. You want to play the sick role, and you impose that because of proxy. You impose it onto your son. You'll do anything to get into the hospital. It's hospital addiction syndrome. Is she sick? Absolutely.
Lisa Bloom, Dr. Gabe Crenshaw, psychologist. Is it all a big coincidence?
Oh, please. You know it's not a big coincidence, Jane. This has anger management written all over it. This has impulse control written all over it. And intermittent explosive disorder. You know, and the thing is, look, let me tell you something. Because you're celebrity, etc., seemingly you can get away with certain things, but forget all about that. You are human like everybody else. Get yourself into therapy and stop beating up people. But let me tell you, it's real simple. Lock his crazy ass up and his girlfriend and everybody like that. What I'm sick of are all these white guys with this white supremacy and anybody like them. They hate black people, they hate Jews, they hate the government, they hate everybody. Done. Out.
Well,
and that's my clinical, Jane, that's a large part of the problem. I think parents sometimes are sort of in a fantasy land about the appropriateness of certain games, of certain video games, etc. Now, physiologically, this is the issue with these children. Their brains are still underdeveloped. They do not have full capacity for good judgment. It's in the prefrontal cortex here, this forehead area of our brain. It is still underdeveloped when you're 12 years old, 13 years old, and it causes impulsivity, bad decision making, etc. Left unchecked, that's without a parent to guide you, you could end up with what we're seeing right now.
Right. I'll throw it out to Gabe Crenshaw, because you're a psychologist. Should they be charged as adults or go to juvie?
You know what? I'm sort of leaning toward the adult thing right now, only because I'm concerned about antisocial personality disorder. Kids that will kill you and not think twice about it. They have no conscience. And what we usually see, oftentimes before the antisocial personality disorder, is conduct disorder. Have they killed anything else? What have they been doing around the house, around the neighborhood, at school? Do they taunt? Do they kill animals? Do they destroy property? But they're plotting like a cold-blooded killer.